Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. We gone past halfway the week, so the weekend is fast approaching. For those of you who are looking forward to the weekend, you get some time off, that's great. For those of you who don't get time off, provided you're doing what you enjoy, it doesn't really matter. Excellent. So what I want to do today, I wanted to give you 10 simple things that you can actually start changing today, start doing today, that will make a huge, massive impact on your health, on your overall well-being, but also on your lifestyle. Yeah, and if you do these 10 things, they're very simple thing that, you know, they're not going to cost you anything. You can do, everybody can do them. You implement this, you know, from today, you will see a big, massive difference within 4 weeks. You can change, and you can change what you want to change. You can achieve what you want to achieve, but you must do them consistently. It's not good doing them for a few days and then forgetting everything. Yeah, it's all about consistency in everything we do. So let's get you started. So first thing first, number one, personalized nutrition. Now, we all know what healthy eating is. Yeah, we all know that, but that is not enough. Yeah, what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for my sister. Yeah, and the reason why is because we are all different. So we're all genetically different. That's number one. But we're also all different in the way our metabolism works, because our lifestyle affects our metabolism. So let me give you an example. If you are one of those people who go from diet to diet to diet to diet, try everything under the sun, anything new that comes out, you're going to try and everything, then all you're doing, you are causing severe metabolic damage. Yeah, so many of you might have seen a program called The Biggest Loser, one of the worst possible programs ever made in history, American program. That is exactly what you do not do if you want to lose weight and keep it on. That's an example of what you do not do. Why? Because first of all, they're taking people who are morbidly obese. They reduce the calorie intake drastically, and then they put them through ridiculous levels of exercise where these people are feeling sick, they're passing out, and you got trainers shouting at them, if you don't pass out, if you're not sick, you're not working hard enough. I'm sorry, trainers who say that, they are not worth 1 penny, because that is full bull. Hello, hi Sabrina. So that is absolutely not right. Okay, so those people have got a huge amount of metabolic damage. Yeah, and if you look at the statistic of this show, that particular show, 90% of the people who went on the show, not only they regained all the weight they lost, they actually put more weight on. Why? Because the body is a survival machine. You go on a drastic diet, which is not designed for you. Yeah, specifically for your body type, so for your DNA, for your ability levels, for your metabolic damage, for your specific weight and calorie requirements, activity levels and all that. If it's not specifically designed for you, it will not work. And what will happen, the body, to survive, it'll do anything it needs to survive. That's the beauty of a human body, is a survival machine. You put it under stress by reducing the calories drastically for whatever period of time. What the body does, it learns to survive on little calories. So let's say you go on one of these wonderful diets, you know, 800, 1,000 calories a day, when your body normally would require to work optimally, let's say 1,500 calories a day. What happens? Yes, you lose weight, but you know what? You have lost no body fat. All you've lost is fluid. Remember, we are 60% water, yeah? All you've lost is fluid and muscle mass. Muscle mass is the most metabolically active part of your body. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. So why would you want to lose muscle mass? But no, what we do is all important is when we go on the scale, if a number is gone down, then we're all happy, not realizing actually all you're doing is causing metabolic damage. So then the body learns to survive. Let's go in 1,000 calories diet a day. The body learns to survive on 1,000 calories. So what it does, drops muscle mass. Yeah, of course, you lose fluid. And it reduces anything that's non-vital. Yeah, so it reduces your metabolism. So it learns to survive 1,000 calories. And then what happens? Of course, the diet is over. You've lost a little bit of weight. Guess what? It's not sustainable, that diet, because it's too little calories for what your body needs. So what happens? You come out of a diet, you start eating. And that's when you put on all the weight you lost and more, because by then your body has learned to survive on 1,000 calories. It doesn't need 1,500 calories anymore, but you go back to eating 1,500 calories or 2,000 calories. So all the work you've done, all the, difficulty, because let's be honest, you're dropping from 1,500 calories to 1,000 calories a day, and most people are not on 1,500. Most people be on 3,000 calories if you're overweight. Going down to 1,000 calories is bloody hard. Is really difficult. But you don't need to do that. There is no need for that. Yeah. So personalized nutrition means as a program that is based on, first of all, your DNA, because we are all different. Yeah. What works for you? Let's say somebody could work perfectly on a Mediterranean diet. Yeah. For me, the Mediterranean diet does not work. Yeah. I have a very high sensitivity to carbohydrate, which means if I have the standard Mediterranean diet, which is fairly high in carbohydrates, yeah, healthy carbohydrate, but nonetheless carbohydrates, I will not function properly. A carbohydrate, my body doesn't use it very well, and it stores them as fat very quickly. So all I do is put on weight, and I feel knackered, and I feel hungry all the time. Yeah. So for me, I've done a DNA test, and that's shown that I don't work very well with carbohydrates. My body works better with proteins and fat. Yeah. So I went on a ketogenic type of diet, but that's what works for me. I don't say you have to go on that diet, because you don't know what works well for you until you check your DNA. And there's lots of ways of doing that. And if you want to find out how to do it, send me a message and I'll tell you what to do anyway. So it's got to be tailored to your DNA. It's also got to be tailored to your specific, requirements. Yeah. So are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to bulk up? Yeah. Because some guys want to bulk up. Yeah. Are you just looking to reduce inflammation in the body? Let's say, have you got autoimmune? Yeah, I've got, for example, celiac disease. I've got Hashimoto, which is underactive autoimmune thyroid. So what it is that is your goal. So that's what's going to be part of your own specific nutrition. And another thing, which is we forget very often, is that because we got food available all the time, we eat all the time. We eat like 18 to 20 hours a day. We're constantly eating, munching, and 3 meals a day, right? The human body is not built to eat 18 to 20 hours a day. The human body is built to eat for a short period of time and then rest for the other. So your digestive system, just like every other part of your body, needs rest. And it's not good for you stopping eating at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night and then get up at 6. You think that's the rest. That's not enough. Yeah. In an ideal world, you should be looking at doing something it's called time restricted feeding or time restricted eating. So you eat within a window. Yeah. So let's say you get up at 7, you finish eating by 7 o'clock in the evening. That's 12-hour window. That's the bare minimum. Give your body 12-hour break so your digestive system can recover, can regenerate, because it does sustain damage while digesting. Yeah. So like the rest of the body recovers and regenerates at night. So DNA, it's got to be based on your DNA. It's got to be based on what your body is built for. So time restricted eating, you can do 12, or once that becomes easy, you can even take it further. You can go 14 hours where you don't eat, and then 10 hours when you eat. So 16 hours you don't eat, 8 hours when you eat. What that does, it allows your cells to regenerate and start the autophagy process, which is where your healthy cells in your body go and destroy the unhealthy and weakened cells. So the body regenerates itself. And it's very good for anti-aging, by the way. That's for ladies if you're interested. So personalized nutrition based on your DNA, based on what the body is built for. So circadian rhythm and your time restricted feeding that will help you as well, based on your goals, based on your own individual deficiencies. So what you got to remember is, if you follow a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet, you will have certain deficiency because you're blocking out complete food groups. Yeah. And likewise, you can get online loads and loads of diet plans. They are not tailored to you. They're not tailored to your metabolic damage. They're not tailored to your DNA. They're not tailored to your specific beliefs, whether you're vegan because of a religious belief, or whether you're vegan because of your lifestyle choices. Yeah, they are not tailored to that. Yeah, quantity, calorie, they're not tailored to you. So it has to be personalized nutrition. Yeah, so number one, personalized nutrition. You know, what over 10 things you need to do to achieve your goals. Yeah. Number two, of course, after nutrition comes exercise and activity. That's got to be personalized too. Yeah. So how do you personalize your exercise? First of all, it's got to be based on your goals. Because at the end of the day, it's not good you're going to the gym and doing the same workout every time because you pulled it off online and it's nice and easy and you do it and you're comfortable, you spend an hour in the gym and then you get no results. That means the workout is not good for you. Yeah, so it's got to be based on your goals. It's got to be based on your ability, because let's be honest, some people are beginners at exercise, some people are advanced. So you know, a beginner can't do the same exercise an advanced does, because it's pointless. The beginners will find advanced exercise too hard, and advanced exercise we find beginners exercise too easy, and you won't get any results. Yeah, and also based on your own potential injuries or issues. So lots of people have got osteoarthritis, which is wear and tear of their joints. Yeah, so if a certain moves, like for example, I've got osteoarthritis on my left shoulders, so certain moves like rotations can be problematic for the shoulders. That means I start getting a pinching feeling. Yeah, when I get that, what happens? The strength goes straight away in the shoulder, and I can end up dropping dumbbells on my head. Yeah, so I have to be aware of that, and I have to do exercises that will allow me to work the muscles of the shoulder, so this will still support my skeletal mass where the arthritis is, but without risking, you know, smashing something on my head. Yeah, and without going where the pain is, because, you know, when they say no pain, no gain, it depends on what pain we're talking. If it's muscle soreness, that's fine. But if it's actually sharp pain, that is no good. That means something is not right. Yeah, so again, is putting everything in context. And of course, exercise got to be based again on your DNA. Because I give you an example, I did the DNA test, so not only for the nutrition side, but also for the exercise side. And it came back, it basically confirmed what I already knew, which is I'm power based. Yeah. How did I know that? Well, I hate running long distances. So you make me do a marathon, I'll hate every interview. You know, I'll hate you really, really strongly. Yeah. I'll do it if I have to. Like I've trained people, I've trained clients to do marathon. I hated every single minute of that. In addition, to motivate them because they were hating it as well, you know. So it was double whammy for me. But I did it because my job required that, and that was their goals. Yeah. But what happened at the end of all this training, which takes months and months to train for a marathon, actually I ended up with injuries because my body does not work well with endurance work. Yeah, I ended up with plantar fasciitis and ended up also with stress fractures as well, you know, on my toes, believe it or not. So it did not work for my body. Yeah, when I do power training, so whether it's power jumping or power lifting or high intensity type of cardio, weightlifting, you know, all the kind of stuff, I love it. And I can go and I feel the benefit. Yeah. So when I did the DNA test, that confirmed I'm actually 60% power and 40% endurance. Yeah. So what does it mean? That it doesn't mean that I must only do power training, because no, I mean, you know, first of all, power training is really stressing on your central system, yeah, nervous system. So you cannot do that all the time because you burn out and you end up with injuries. You have to have a balance of power and a balance of endurance. Yeah. And that's what I did. I changed my training based on that, and it worked perfectly. But then something else happened. Boom, the menopause hit. And that screwed up my exercise big time, because my hormones dropped down, and obviously as you get older, your tolerance to certain activity levels, the certain levels, high intensity levels, reduces. Yeah, so I was doing this power work, and all I was getting, I was ravenous for days on end, and it was taking me ages to recover from that. You know what, before it might take me 48 hours to recover from one workout, all of a sudden it was taking me 3-4 days to recover from one workout. Yeah, and after working out, I wasn't active afterwards, you know, because I was exhausted all the time. So while that was good for my DNA, my basic DNA, other factors in my life, like the menopause, my hormones dropping down, had an impact on my ability to maintain that level of exercise. So what do? You don't just say, well, that's my DNA, so I've got to do that. No, you have to adjust it to your lifestyle. You have to adjust it to your biometric parameters. You have to adjust it to what's happening inside. Yeah, what your body's telling you. So you have to listen to your body. So I changed that. And what I did, actually now do what you call is frequency training, high frequency training. So instead of just jumping like, you know, like an obsessed person, like I used to do before. I now train every single day. I do weightlifting every single day, but I only do 4 exercises, but a high intensity, meaning I lift heavy weights. So I'm not doing 20 repetitions. If you're doing 20 repetitions, you're not doing high intensity, you're doing endurance, yeah, which has got its own place in training, but not for high frequency. So the idea of high frequency training is that you train every single day, and you do maybe a push day, a pull day, a push day, a pull day. So you train the muscles multiple times a week, 2 or 3 times a week. So they got more training, a high intensity of weight training, yeah, but you get enough recovery because you're not doing so much volume, yeah, so many repetitions. You recover quicker and you still get results. Now that is working perfectly for me because I'm still using my power side, heavy weights, but without having the huge amount of volume I was saying before, and without having that intensity that was totally exhausting me because my hormones were down at the time, yeah. So that's when I say it has to be personalized. So anything you get online that's free, it will not be personalized. It will be a workout plan that somebody's devised, a general workout plan. You may get some result from that, but you won't get all the results that you want. And furthermore, the body adapts within 4 to 6 weeks of any exercise plan you start. The body will have adapted. Because as I told you, the body survival machine, yeah. So if you do squats with 60-kilo barbell on your back, yeah, after 4 weeks of doing those, the body will have adapted, so you find it easier to do it. The moment that you feel that way, you have to up the weight. You can't just do more repetition. You can't just keep doing this, otherwise you get no more benefits, yeah. So that has to be adjusted as well. So number 1, personalized nutrition. Number 2, personalized exercise to your DNA, to your ability, to any injuries you got, yeah, but also to your goals, yeah. Number 3 is so important, sleep. Now, we do not have enough sleep these days. Why? Because a lot of people, unfortunately, have got television in the bedroom, and that is the worst thing you can possibly do. When you go to sleep, you have to be in a room that's dark and quiet. That's how you go to sleep. You sleep very quickly. You go to sleep very quickly, and most importantly, your quality of sleep is better. But there's another element that is so important when it comes to sleep. That's your circadian rhythm. Now, what's the circadian rhythm? It's basically the light and dark. Yeah. So following the day and night, you know, cycle, natural cycle of things. Yeah. The human body is built to go in line, to function in line with the natural cycle of day and night. So it's built to get up, you know, when it's light. So that's why your hormones, your cortisol is high in the morning, because it's to kickstart you, to get you up, you know, and moving, yeah. And as you go during the day, the cortisol levels start dropping down, because cortisol is your fight or flight hormone, yeah. So that will get you out of trouble if you are in trouble, you know. In the old days, you know, the Paleolithic men had to run away from saber-toothed tigers, so the cortisol will kick in, adrenaline will kick in, run as fast as you can to get out of the way of danger, and then chill, yeah. So that's what it was there for. So that is what your hormones do to in line with this. So we rise in the morning, and then as the day goes on, the body starts to wind down, and in the evening your melatonin level is increased. So melatonin is your a hormone that monitors, that controls your sleep cycle, yeah. So in the evening is elevated because that is what allows you to unwind and fall asleep. That will not happen if you're busy messaging on your phone, or looking at your Facebook, or whatever social media, or you're busy watching television, or you're busy stressing out about work, yeah. I'll give you an example. One of my clients recently, she's been having such a busy week at work, and you know, unfortunately working for someone else, you know, it's got very high ambitions, but you know, doesn't recognize that people actually do need you know, some rest as well at some point, and she's been working non-stop, and she told me she's struggling to sleep now. Why? Because she's so wound up. She's so stressed, and the brain, when she goes to bed, she's still thinking, what I've got to do tomorrow, I've got to do that and that and that and that, so she doesn't get in trouble with the boss, yeah. So that is not allowing your brain to relax. So television, you know, computer, laptop, mobile phone, all of that, which is today, in today's society, is something that we can't do without. We need the technology, but we have not learned that we need to put it down. We need to put it down at least an hour and a half before you go to bed, because if you don't do that, the brain is still working. You go to bed, it will take you longer to fall asleep, and it will affect your sleep cycle, yeah, your sleep quality. In addition to that, there is a golden rule. How the earlier you go to sleep before midnight, the better the quality of your sleep. So if you go to sleep midnight, 12 to 8, you will not have as good quality of sleep as you would do for 10 till 6. It's the same amount of time, still 8 hours, but the point at which you go to sleep before midnight, the more hours before midnight, the better the quality of your sleep, the better the restorative effect it has on the body. Yeah, so try to get to bed before midnight, at least 1 or 2 hours before midnight, at least. Yeah. And how does sleep affect you? Well, first of all, if you don't have enough sleep, your stress level is going to be increased. Yeah. What do? You feel tired. So when you feel tired, you make all the wrong decision. But let's be honest, you know, willpower when we're tired goes right down the drain. Yeah. So you eat all the wrong food. What do you want when you're tired? You want something that's going to give you energy. What is that? Caffeine, sweet, you know, sugar. Yeah. Lots of carbohydrates, all the wrong type of carbohydrate. You know, we get all the stuff trying to perk ourselves up. These are all stuff stimulants, yeah, which then have a massive impact on our insulin levels and then sugar levels, and up and down, and then we feel 10 times worse and we need more, yeah. And also sugars are very addictive, not to mention the potential issue with diabetes implications, yeah. So when we don't have enough sleep, we are tired, so we make the wrong choices, yeah. But also we're less productive. And most importantly, if your goal is weight loss, you can't forget it. It has been proven that if you do not get enough, don't get enough sleep at night, you actually put on weight. So weight loss is down the drain. So you can do everything perfectly. You only get, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours sleep at night. You're never going to achieve anything. Yeah. And how much should you sleep at night? Well, that again is about personalization. Yeah. For example, because I'm used to getting up early in the morning, I find that if I get 6 hours of sleep at night, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to go. If I get less than that, I struggle. And I know I haven't slept well, and I know I haven't slept enough. So I tend to feel hungrier the following day because my body's trying to get more energy to keep me going. Yeah. But by the same token, if I sleep too much, the few very rare occasions when I get to sleep 8 hours, I'm lethargic for the rest of the day. It's just too much for me. So the general recommendation that give you 7 to 8 hours everybody should sleep, that for me doesn't work. That's what I'm saying. It's not about what the crowds do, what the masses do, is what works for you. So the only way you're going to find out what works for you is try and error. You know, try to sleep me out. Oh, okay, Facebook's trying to chuck me out again every time it does that. So, you know, get up in the morning, and how you feeling? Are you feeling energetic? Are you feeling tired? Or are you feeling sluggish? Yeah, so those are the things, indication that will tell you whether you slept enough, too little, or too much. Yeah. So number 4, stress. Now, stress, unfortunately, is one of the things is in our lifestyle these days is just, you know, there all the time. I'm talking from external stress. So it could be financial worries. It could be you know, stress at work if you work with somebody else. It could be family stress, you know, a family relationship that's not very good. It could be a bereavement, you know, those all different type of stress. But it could also be internal stress. Yeah. You could be one of those people who are quite anxious. Yeah. It could be the food you eat that's causing stress, because remember, what you eat will either serve you, yeah, or will poison you. It's that simple. If it poisons you, it causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation in the body is stress. The body recognizes stress, and then inflammation can cause all sorts of things: chronic illnesses, high blood pressure, heart problem, diabetes, you know, all sorts of things, autoimmune disorders. Yeah, all the stuff that's caused by inflammation in your body. Yeah, not to mention, you know, diarrhea, constipation, all sorts of other things, physical symptoms. So stress is external and internal. Yeah. How do you control stress? Well, in this day and age, unfortunately, it's really difficult because we are surrounded by stress. The best advice I can give you with stress is, first of all, number 1 is understand that you cannot change what is out of your control. So things like, you know, the weather, you cannot change that. You just can't. Yeah. So just let it go. you know, if it's not the weather you want to have, you're stressed out. Recently there was a lot of people who were stressing out because we're having such hot weather, which I enjoyed, by the way. British people are not used to hot weather. Or it's too hot, or I can't exercise, I'm feeling too hot, you know, or I can't eat, you know, I need ice cream because I'm feeling too hot. Yeah, so any excuse because of the weather. So you cannot control the weather. You cannot let the weather affect what you do, your health. You can't. Yeah, so get on with it, forget it. The weather's what it is. Think of the good things you can do. You can go outside instead of being cooped out indoors doing exercise. You can go out, you know, change your activity. So instead of being indoors doing bits and pieces, go out for a nice good power walk and enjoy the fresh air. Yeah, so look at the positive things on that. Stress, so don't stress about things you can affect, but the things you can affect, you must change. Yeah, so things like, I've got a lot of my clients get stressed because of work, as the example I gave you before. Now you have two choices there. If you're enjoying what you're doing, yeah, and that is your calling, if you like, your passion, then you have to find a better way to manage the stress. Yeah, a better way to do that so that it doesn't cause stress. And you have to find time for you, what I call my me time. Your me time could be go for a nice massage, go for a nice walk, go and have your nails done if you want. For me, my me time is a gym. You know, many years ago when I first started personal training, when you, as most people do when you're building a business, you just take on everything, you know, just want to build a client base. Yeah, I was working 7 days a week, you know, non-stop. So I was leaving with Tupperware in the car, eating cold omelets during the day, and not having any time for myself. What happened? I reached almost burnout stage because I wasn't allowing my me time. Nowadays, I've got 3 hours window in the middle of the day, and I don't care how much somebody's going to pay me. Those 3 hours windows are my time. Nobody touches those. First bit is exercise. I go to the gym every day, do some training in line with my goals, with what I want to achieve. Yeah, and straight after that I go home and I have my main meal of the day, a cooked meal, cooked from scratch. Once I've done that, I'm chilled, I'm ready, and I go back out to sessions. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's how I manage my stress. Yeah, but you know, I mean, somebody may like to go and have a hair done, have a nice massage, you go for a nice walk with a friend or family, go and walk the dog. Whichever is your way to manage stress, you do that. Yeah, there's other ways to manage stress. You can manage stress through a breathing technique. There's a very good technique that I've heard from a podcast with Dr. Chatterjee, which is a medical doctor in the UK, which practices integrative medicine. Yeah, so not just standard NHS doctor, somebody that looks at everything, you know, and a very good advice he gave, which is what I've advised to his clients, is this breathing technique. So you inhale for the count of 3, inhale through your nose, hold for the count of 4, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 5. So that actually slows your heart rate, but also relaxes you completely. So you do that for 3, 4, 5 minutes, you know, a day. And then it gets you nice and chilled. That's another way. If you cannot go out there to exercise, or you're stuck at work and you need just to unwind, do that for 5 minutes, yeah, and you'll be fine. If you're working in an office, for example, get out. Yeah, I mean, everybody has got a lunch break. You have it by law in the UK. Why are you staying indoors in the canteen? Or why are you staying in front of your computer looking at emails and eating on the desk? Are you mad? This is your health. No job will pay you well enough for you to sacrifice your health. No job. Yeah, so take the time, even if you just go, you know, nice weather, go in the park, sit down, have something to eat there, yeah, or just go for a walk, you know, a 5-10 minutes around the block if you want to. Yeah, not smoking, guys. I'm not talking cigarette breaks. That's something to be different. That's the best way to damage your health. Yeah, but go for a walk. The brain needs a break as well as your body. Yeah, so those are ways you can take this stress. And of course, if you're not happy in what you do, I mean, I mentioned not long ago in central London, when I go in central London, I see everybody looks miserable. If you're not happy in what you do, that will cause stress. Yeah, because you're unhappy. Change it. I know it sounds difficult. You say, oh, it's easy for you to say change it. You know, if I leave my job, I can't find another one. Who says you got to work for somebody else? Let me ask you something. Would you rather work all your life to build someone else's dream, or would you rather work all your life to build your dream? I know what I'm doing. I am working for nobody else. I did that. I did the corporate England bit. Thank you. No, thank you. Is it hard to make this step? Absolutely. But if you follow your passion and if it's what you truly believe in, nothing is going to stop you. It's hard, but it's consistency. Remember, consistency is what gets results. You can't just give up at the first obstacle. Yeah. So, but if, let's say, you want to stay in corporate England, fine, no problem. But if a job is not giving you what you want, the job is asking everything of you and giving you not what you want back, why? I mean, it does not make sense. You know, if it's damaging your health and it's not getting you where you want to go, you got to change. Yeah. So start looking. Ask yourself, what do you want to achieve? Where do I want to be in 5-10 years down the line? And if you still want to stay in the safety of a job, which, by the way, there's no such thing, because these days, you know, people are being let out, being made redundant right, left and center. So there is no safety in employment. But if you want to stay there, just look for the job that will match what you want from it. From work-life balance to what you're going to achieve for that. Yeah, so that's the change you need to make. Whatever you believe, find whatever you want to achieve. But you need to make the change, because if you don't make the change, your stress level will remain the same. And remember, the 4 pillars of health, yeah, diet, exercise, sleep, and stress. If you get diet, exercise, and sleep right, but you're stressed out of your brain, what's that going to do? That's going to change everything. Because when you're stressed out, what do? You reach for food. Yeah, or you know, you come up with behaviors that are not serving you. Yeah, smoking. You know, people tend to go to smoking or drinking too much caffeine. Yeah, that causes more problem. So stress is very important. So that's number 4. Number 5, your mindset. Now, is the problem we have, and specifically in the UK, I'm Italian, so I know in Italy the mindset is completely different. In the UK, we've got this culture of complaining. Yeah, it's all about, you know, oh, that's not good enough for me. You know, it's, you can have it better. We want it now, we want it for free, and we want it without putting any effort. Well, sorry, it does not work that way. Yeah, that mindset is completely wrong. What if you don't change your mindset? But remember, what you think, you become, and what you believe, you achieve. Yeah. If you believe that you haven't got enough, you can get more, guess what? You're going to get more of not enough. That's what you're going to get. Yeah? Especially if you expect things, you know, things to be given to you for nothing. You're never going to be, 10 years down the line, you're still going to be here expecting things to happen. And they're not going to happen. And then it's too late for you to do something. Yeah? So, mindset. Whenever you're in a position when you feel things go really, really wrong for you, yeah, don't dwell on what's going wrong. Dwell on what's going right now, in the present. Not what happened in the past, and no, I don't want this for you. What was going on right now in the present. So think what you've got now. You know, be grateful for what you got now. Because let's be honest, in the developed countries like the UK, you know, US, Europe, and all those developed countries, we've got everything and more. We are never far away from, more than 5 minutes far away from food. We will not starve. We got a roof on our heads. You know, the plates are always full. We got electricity. We got technology. We got Wi-Fi. We got heat. We got hot water. We take this for granted because we are born in this. We had it when we were born. Well, apart from technology, when I was born, there was no internet, guys. So you know, that's a whole different argument, you know. But you know, we had some technology, yeah. Televisions were there. There was the very first PCs, you know, were being designed in those days. You know, we didn't have laptop or anything like that. Forget it. But you know, there was some technology. Because we have this, we take this for granted, and we want more. So it's never going to be enough. We're always going to find reason to complain because we want more. And if you're on the mindset that we want more, you're not going to get more. Action. Yeah. So, but you've got to look at the positive. Don't keep on looking at what you haven't got. That's the problem. We think about what we haven't got rather than what we've got. So be grateful for what you got. You got your health, for God's sake. You know how many people out there, they haven't got the health. They're born and they got, you know, some disorders when they're born, and it wasn't a choice. Yeah, there are some people that they're born and they are on a wheelchair. Yeah, there are some people who, you know, through issues, you know, doing life, events during life, they end up on a wheelchair, or they lose all the limbs, yeah, and you know, we just don't even think about that. We've got our health, and that is not to be taken for granted, because when you take it for granted, which is happening now, what do you end up with is chronic illnesses. Diabetes is so prevalent at the moment, is spreading like wildfire. Because why? Because we don't put our health as a primary, you know, as a priority, because we have it, take it for granted. Well, stop taking it for granted, because once you lose it, it's gone. And once you lose your health, you lose everything else you got. Yeah. So mindset, you gotta be grateful for what you got now. Yeah. So that changes your mindset. When you start thinking, I'm grateful for all of this, you're gonna get more of that. Yeah, that's the law of attraction. What you concentrate on, you get more of. Yeah, and I'm not talking about you know, it's about these wishy-washy ideas that the universe will give it back to you. What I'm talking about is, this has been proven. What the mind conceives, what the mind believes, becomes reality. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you can achieve what you want in life, you will never achieve it. It's that simple. Why? Because you're not going to take the action that needed to achieve it. Because you think, well, it's not going to happen anyway. I failed in the past, so it's not going to happen. So you don't even put anything in motion. Yeah. So mindset, change your mindset, but also keep things in perspective. Yeah. Concentrate on the good things of everything. I'll give you an example. We have some of our business partners in World Global Network are in the Solomon Islands. Yeah. These people, they haven't got stable internet connection. They need to go to the mainland to get internet connection. They haven't got proper banking system. Yeah, so these are things we give for granted. You give for granted you can go to the ATM, take out your money, yeah, and do whatever you want with it. What if you didn't have a facility? Yeah, the money was in a bank, you didn't have ATM, or you had to queue all day to get there. You get to the thing and the bank didn't have any money available, so you can't give you the money. You can't do nothing. You know, we take this stuff for granted, you know, but it's a lot of people out there haven't. So next time you think, oh, I haven't got enough, or I want this, you know, it's not fair, life is treating me badly, stop and think, there's somebody else in the worst position. God, I'm so lucky I've got this. I'm so lucky I'm here. Now, what can I do to reach my goal now? What action do I need to do to get where I want to go with what I've got today? That's what you got to think, mindset, yeah? Number 6, live in the present. I mentioned this before. You must live in the present. It's all well, you know, having goals for the future, beautiful ideas, beautiful vision, what you're going to do, perfectly laid out business plan. But if you don't live in the present, it will not matter, because the present is where we live. Yeah. What we do today will determine what's going to happen today. Is the action we take today that's going to determine what's going to happen in the future. Yeah. How many times do I hear people say, oh yeah, when I make money, then I'll buy that. Why? I mean, I'm not talking about buying £1 million home. Yeah. So I'm not something you can afford. We're talking about a simple thing, for example, things that can help improve your health. Yeah. Through technology, doing DNA testing that will make changes today. I like to make changes today that will impact your health for good. Yeah, and those things you can get them, you know, relatively cheap. And people go, oh no, I wait until I make the money, or I wait until I get that job. That never happens. Yeah, and so what happens? You never make the change you need to start improving your life, because you're waiting for that day when things might change. But bear in mind, you're not prepared to do actions today, so that day is never going to come. I know it. You know it. So why don't you change it? Because it's hard. Because it's hard to a comfort zone. Yeah. Living in the present is everything. It's being aware of what you're doing today. Because let's be honest, a lot of the behaviors you have today, they are triggered by certain circumstances. If you live in the present and you're aware of what's triggering the bad behaviors, you can change them. Yeah. Give you an example. I have lots of clients who work in office. So you're sitting down all day and you're watching the screen and you're working or reading an email, whatever you're doing. What happens is your brain gets tired. Yeah. So what people do, they start snacking. Yes, give themselves energy. That's your trigger. You've been sitting down for too long, and your trigger is I need energy, and you start eating the wrong things. Forget it. How do you change the trigger? The moment you become aware of it, the moment you start thinking, oh, I need some food, stop, get up. 5 minutes, walk around, go up and down the stairs. Yeah, go to the photocopier, just move. your movement will change your state of mind. Action changes state of mind, and then go back. It's literally cravings and stuff like that will only last literally for a few minutes, and then they go. And the quickest way to make them go is to move. That will change your state of mind. But before you can move, change your state of mind, you have to be aware that's the trigger. And you cannot be aware that's a trigger unless you live in the present. And it's the same things about mindful eating. Yeah, we all know that if you eat without being conscious of what you're doing, so maybe you're watching television, maybe you're posting on your social media, you end up eating faster and you end up eating more. Yeah, because the stomach takes 20 minutes to tell the brain I'm full. But if you finish your meal in 5 minutes, like, oh, I'm still hungry, let's go and pick up something else. By the time 20 minutes have lapsed, you've eaten twice as much, and then you go, oh my God, I'm so full. Yeah, so you need to allow that 20 minutes. But the best way to do that is to be mindful of what you're doing. So eat, put your fork down between mouthfuls and chew. You gotta chew your food. Do not have liquid food, shakes. You know, do not have that crap, please. We have teeth for a reason. We don't have teeth to swallow our food. We have teeth to chew our food. Digestion starts in the mouth when you start chewing. If you give your body a chance to chew, half of the digestion is gone, and you're not going to absorb your nutrients properly. So use your teeth, enjoy your food, taste it. Look at what you're eating. You know, they did an interesting experiment in the US, in a diner. Fortunately, it wasn't healthy food, but that's beside the point. They had a group of people that were going to have a breakfast all the time at the same diner, ordering the same food. So they got them to eat, order normal breakfast, and they, eat it as we normally would do. And then the following day, they got them to go back there, order the normal breakfast, the usual, scrambled egg or fried egg, bacon, tomatoes, whatever you have, sausages. And then, but this time they say, okay, we're going to blindfold you. Now you try to eat your food blindfolded. It's not that easy. What happened is they gave them the same, the same food that they had, the same portion that they had. And then they told them, stop eating when you're full. People stopped eating when they were full. They took the blindfold off and they were amazed. Everyone that was in the group did not finish their plate. Did not. Some of them left as much as half of the food on the plate. Why? Because when they were blindfolded, first of all, they couldn't see what they were doing. Yeah. So you don't just gulp it down quickly. They had to try to catch the food. Yeah. So you can't see, you gotta put the fork in the right place. Yeah. That forced them to slow down. And they weren't thinking about something else. They were concentrating on trying to get the food on the fork and then eating it. Yeah. They took them longer to eat, so that 20 minutes that the gap went to say I'm full, they stopped eating and they ate, some of them, half of the food. That's amazing. And that's one of the quickest tricks you can do to help you if you want to look for weight loss. Slow down. Be aware of what you're doing. Don't eat quickly. Yeah. So live in the present. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Find out what your triggers are. Be aware of your trigger, and then take action to distract you from your triggers, so you don't end up doing the things that will cause you problems. Yeah. Number 7, track your progress. Now, if you don't track what you're doing, how the hell do you know what's going on? And how the hell can you fix what's going wrong? You can't, because you don't know what's going on. You'll be surprised how many times I went to meet new clients, personal training clients, and they told me the personal trainer never did any tracking. So they didn't weigh them, didn't measure them. And I said, how do you know what you're doing if you don't measure anything? Oh, we were going by eye. See how I feel. Sometimes the cloth might feel a bit looser. And I go, that's pointless. The cloth might feel a little bit looser, yeah? Let's be honest. You wear a pair of trousers. After you wore it for a few days, it's looser anyway, because the fabric gives way, yeah? When you put it in the washing machine, the first time you wear it, it's tighter. Does it mean that you put on weight? No, it doesn't. It's just, so, you can't base it on just clothes. Cloth is good, to give you an idea, but you have to have proper tracking. First of all, food tracking. You don't track your food, you don't understand what you put in your body, because a lot of this food have got actually hidden pitfalls, like especially processed food is full of salt, it's full of sugars, it's full of wheat, which is what they put to try to get you to become addicted to most of, or even in meat they put wheat. It's just ridiculous where they put it, yeah. And it's all about selling more to you. They don't care about your health. It's about you buying more. You become addicted to the food, so you buy more. They make money, you get ill. Nobody gives a damn, because at the end of the day they're making money, yeah. Big corporates, okay. So it's about tracking your food. So whichever application you use does not matter. There's a lot of free application. I use MyFitnessPal with my clients because I can monitor what they're doing. For myself, I use MyFitnessPal as well as the chronometer, which is the American version of it, yeah. And compare the two, because there's some differences between them, and I get the average if you like, yeah. So I've been tracking my food every single day for the last 8 years without fail. I have a bad day, meaning that I give in to my cravings, or if it's that time of the month, that you feel hungry, you get heavy craving, I may give in to them. I may go over the calories I want to have, and my macros may be too screwed up. I record it. Why? Because if you record it, it registers here. And if it registers here, next time I think twice about doing it, because I can see the damage I've done. Yeah? All the bad stuff I've eaten, and how that's going to screw up my week. So you have to record your food daily. Record your food daily until you can actually select your meal without having to think, because you learned what you're eating. Then you don't have to record it daily. But it takes time. It'll take at least 6 months of you recording daily before you understand what a healthy meal looks like. How many proteins you're going to have, how many carbohydrates, how many fats you're going to have in the plate that you're eating. How to make better choices when you're in restaurants. Yeah. Other things you track, of course, if your goal is weight loss, you're going to track not just your weight, because remember, your weight is made up of your fluid, your muscle mass, yeah, and a little bit by your fat. So you lose a lot of weight, you might have lost all your muscle mass and none of your fat. So the weight is one of the parameters you can record. You want to use tape measurements of the areas you're concerned about. So if it's your hips, if your belly, if it's your thighs, doesn't matter, yeah, your chest, measure them regularly. You want to measure them ideally at least once a month. You can every couple of weeks is even better, but every once a month at least you want to measure this, yeah. And you can see how you lose, because the moment you start losing inches, guys, that's fat. Fat is volume, muscle is weight. So weight coming off the scale doesn't mean you lost fat. Actually, very often you lost fluid or you lost muscle. Yeah, volume, that's what's when you go down in size rather than just in weight, that's when you're losing fat. So tape measure, you need that for sure. You got some scales that will do biometric parameters, like they'll do body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat. Brilliant. Yeah, they're not even that expensive these days, but if you don't want to pay to get those, that's fine. Use a tape measure and a scale and you get a very good idea where you're at. Yeah. And of course your biometric parameters. Yeah, your health parameters. So what's going on inside, because all well seeing what's going on outside, but if you got inflammation inside, that's going to undo what you're trying to do on the outside. Yeah, biometric parameters, we're talking about health here. I'm not just talking just how many steps you're going to take. Yes, steps are okay, gives you an idea of activity, but that activity is just a small part of it. Yeah, when you do exercise, when you do activity, you must do resistance training regularly, because if you don't do resistance training, what happens is your muscles get weaker. Muscle works on the basis that you don't use it, you lose it. It's that simple. Yeah, so what would you rather do? End up is, in your 80s and walking on 2 legs, or would you like to walk on 3 legs, meaning the third leg is a stick because you're all hunched over because you didn't bother looking after your body? Yeah, so resistance training, whether it is with weight, whether it is with resistance band, doesn't matter, is a must for everyone to maintain your muscle mass, to support your skeletal mass. If you don't do resistance training at least twice a week, you will end up in a very bad position when you're older, weak, riddled with problems, yeah, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, because obviously resistance training increases your bone density, and we all know that as you get older, your bone density decreases. That's why older people, when they fall down, they can break a bone very quickly. Yeah, because the bone density is decreased. You have resistance training regularly that will help you. So, but also activity. Yeah, so you want to track these parameters. So you can use a step thing. You got lots of technology that does that. But you also want to track what's going on inside with your main organs. Yeah, you want to track what's going on with your heart. Yeah, because of course we said one of the problem we have is stress levels these days. Stress level can give you a heart attack easily. Stress level can cause your blood pressure to go high. High blood pressure is what we call the silent killer. Very often you don't get symptoms. You got high blood pressure, and what it does? heart attack. No warning. Stroke, I mean, you could die of it, or it could actually impact your life to the point where, you know, it totally changes your lifestyle. You know, with a stroke, you can be paralyzed all on one side, yeah. And of course, you got things like diabetes, because, you know, that comes into that as well. So you want to track your biometric parameters. So we're talking about tracking your heart, tracking your blood pressure, tracking how your organs are performing, yeah. Tracking your oxygenation level. If you're somebody who suffers from asthma, yeah, oxygenation level are very, very important. Our body needs oxygen. We're oxygen-based organism. Without oxygen, we die. The oxygen levels in your body will impact on how well your body works. From energy levels to how well oxygenation your cells in your body are. They can work optimally. They can fight infections. Yeah, if you're weakened, yeah, that's no good. So you can track all of this. Your ECG or EKG, electrocardiogram, your heart rhythm, you can detect problems before they happen. You can track all these biometric parameters, and it's very easy to track. We got technology for these guys. Very easy, on your wrist 24/7. Yeah, so you got to track everything. Track your food, track your exercise, track your activity, track your biometric parameters, because this is your lifestyle. This is how your lifestyle is affecting your body inside. Because if inside your body is not working, that's it. The meat suit, what we got our body, which is this meat suit we have, we've only got one. You can have spare parts given every now and again. So you can change a hip, you can change a knee. But if your internal organs don't work, it's curtains. You don't track it, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you can't fix it. It's about prevention instead of cure. Yeah. Number 8, set realistic goals. Yeah, so it is all while thinking, I get sometimes people who, you know, want to be a certain size. Maybe it's because they're getting married, or maybe because it's a holiday coming up, or maybe because they've been overweight for a while. They want to go back to, you know, feeling good for themselves. Great. You have to be realistic. I get people coming to me and says, okay, I'd like to be size 10. Great. When was the last time you were size 10? Or 15 years ago? That's not realistic. 15 years ago? Are you kidding me? It's never going to happen. 15 years ago, you were 15 years younger. Your body reacted differently. Yeah, your body ability to ping back into health was different. So you're never going to be 10 size 10 again. It won't happen. So if you set up yourself for a goal to be size 10, you set yourself for failure, and then that's gonna reinforce the fact you believe you can't do it anyway, and you stop trying. Yeah, be realistic. So if you're size 16 now and you were size 10 15 years ago, you're not going to be able to say size 10. Let's start aiming for a size 14. So drop down a dress size. Once you're 14, let's have looking at getting to 12. That's it. You're not going to get any better than that. Yeah, but a size 14, let's remember that muscle, yeah, it's weight as well. Yeah, and fat is volume. A size 14, you can actually look better on a size 14 with muscle and tone than you will look size 14 when you're fat. So it's got to put perspective on that and make it realistic. Another thing that's got to be realistic is about your time scales. Because let's be honest, if it's taking you 15 years to go from a size 10 to a size 16, it's not going to take you 15 days to go back to a size 10, which you can't go anyway. It's not going to happen. Once you store your fat, your food's been stored as fat, you know how difficult it is for your body to burn the fat? Because converting fat into energy is a very lengthy process. It's a difficult process. You have to do the right amount of exercise, the right type of exercise, and eat the right type of diet based on your specific requirements. And most people can't do those 3 things together. Yeah, so it's very difficult. So be realistic. If it's taking you, 15 years to put on, 5 stones, it's not going to take you, 3 months to go back down. It's not. It's going to take you at least a year, if not longer, with consistent work, day in, day out. Yeah, so that is being realistic, because if you're not realistic, you set yourself up for failure. And then you will never ever do it. And then you reinforce the wrong belief, negative belief, you can never do it. Yeah, so realistic is very, very important. Yeah, and also health-wise, let's be honest. I'll give you an example. I've got, as I say, 2 autoimmune diseases, yeah, celiac and Hashimoto. Now, realistically for me, my ideal goal would be to get rid of them completely. The reality is you cannot reverse them. You can manage them. It's a bit like type 2 diabetes. Once you have it. Yeah. So how do you manage them? Through the right type of diet. Yeah. Through the right type of activity, and most importantly, through the right type of lifestyle interventions that stop your body getting into stress mode, inflammation. Yeah. And stop triggering my autoimmune system. Yeah. My immune system to have an autoimmune reaction. Yeah. So if my goal was I want to be rid of autoimmune, I'll never achieve it, because you can't. If my goal is I want to go back to full health and put these autoimmune disorders in remission, manage them so I'm symptom free and my body's working optimally, that I can do. That I can do. To be honest with myself, this is a constant thing. I can't do it for 3 months and then go back to what I was doing, because the moment I go back to what I was doing, guess what? My immune system gets it, the autoimmune system reaction is, imagine if I start eating gluten. Don't eat gluten for 5 months, achieve optimal health, I feel energized, I lose weight and all other things I want to do, and then I decide, I fancy pizza tonight. Go and have a pizza. You know what? Boom! Autoimmune kicks in immediately, and this has been proven, especially with gluten. If you got gluten intolerance or gluten allergy like myself, you have a little bit of gluten, you got an autoimmune reaction for a whole of 6 months for that one event. 6 months. It's incredible. So you cannot cheat with autoimmune. You can't cheat with autoimmune. You have to persistently do it, consistently. Yeah. So, but be realistic. Whether it's a health goal, it's a wellness goal, or whether it's a weight loss goal, a physical goal, you have to be realistic. Can you achieve it? What you want to do, and what other time scales you can realistically achieve it? Yeah. Okay. So that was number 8. Number 9. See failures as learning opportunities. Yeah. So this is the problem, is the amount of time people give up when they're literally a step away from success, because they had yet another failure. And because we are in this society where we want it now, we want it easy. Yeah. So the moment we fail at something, that doesn't work, let's move on to the next thing. That hasn't worked this time. So look at what you've done. So this time I did this, and this got this result. What can I do next time that will give me the result I want? You try a different route. You add something. You change something. You might not fail. You might not succeed next time. That's fine. But you know the people who've got the biggest inventions, in today's society, the biggest revolutionary technology and lifestyle inventions. They were the people who were told that can't be achieved, that can't be done, and they went at it, and boom! After numerous amount of failures, boom! They got success. If those people are given up because everybody else around them, it can't be done, we would have no electricity, we will have no cars, we will have no technology. That's what would have happened. No travel, no planes, nothing. We would be in the Paleolithic age. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They failed over and over and over and over. Even I was reading the other day, even Steven Spielberg was declined. He was rejected for so many institutions, many schools, academies for directors. Yeah, film directors. It was rejected for so many courses because it wasn't the right person. Look where he is now. That's what I'm saying. If you find your passion, your true passion, you will find the way of getting there. It's consistency and it's action right now. Forget what people say. They might not achieve what they want in life. That's their choice. Do not let somebody else determine whether you're going to be successful because of their belief. Follow your belief. Believe you can do it, because if you look in the past at the failures you had in the past, yeah, you will see that there was something missing there. So it's just an opportunity for you to do it in a different way. That's it. Because at the end of the day, you only fail when you stop trying. You keep trying, eventually you get it right, because you try. Every time you do a different way, or you try a different sequence, or you add something different, I can guarantee you will get success. How long is it going to take? Who knows? It could take, some people may take 5-6 tries. Some people take 1,000 times they got to try. Doesn't matter. It will happen. But you got to keep going. You can't give up, because the moment you give up, it will never happen. That's for sure. Yeah. Number 10, that's the biggest. It's your why. Now, your why, as I mentioned before, your why is what is going to drive you when everything goes wrong, or at least when you feel everything goes wrong. If your why is not strong enough, it's not going to take you there. It's not going to drag you through the bad time. Yeah. And your why is not about you know, I want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Because I want to fit in the dress for my wedding. That's not why. You got to attach feelings to your why. What would fit in the dress make you feel like? How would that change the day for you? How would you change the whole experience for you? That's what you got to think about, is your feelings. Because unless you attach feelings, emotions to your why, it's never going to be strong enough, ever. Yeah. I want to lose weight because then I feel better. Great, excellent, you're feeling better. What does feeling better feel like? What does it mean to you? Oh, I can play with my kids again. I can take up a new hobby, a new sport. I can be more active. You know, I can start a different profession. You know, I can be a personal trainer. You know, whatever. What difference going to make to you? Your why is the most important things, because things will go wrong at any given point. The higher rank, things will happen. Things will go wrong at any given point. Those are the times when you start thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? Think, what was your why? What does it give you? Yeah. So as I mentioned to you, in lives before, my why. Yeah, I want to retire in 4 years' time. So I'm 47 now. I don't want to work until 65. Why? Because I want to be able to enjoy my life when I'm still young enough to be able to enjoy. You know, I don't want to retire and then be like the average person in the UK that is strapped for money. Yeah, they got to decide whether they can afford to have the heating on in the winter, because it's either that or paying the rent or paying the bills. Yeah, so it's no. Once I work on my life, I'm sorry, I want to enjoy my retirement, and I want to enjoy by traveling, have experiences that I never had before. You know, being able to provide for my family as well. You know, for my kids. You know, give them something special. You know, and I also want to pay forward my knowledge, what I know. You know, as a personal trainer, all my knowledge, my experience. I want to pass it on to people, but be able to pass it on to them for free. I can't do that unless I get what I want. Yeah, which is I want to be, you know, total financial freedom. I want to be able to retire in Italy. Yeah, because why in Italy? Because I'm Italian, number one. And also lifestyle there is different. Here is rat race. Run, stress. No, that's no way to live. In Italy, the lifestyle is chilled. Everything shuts in the afternoon. Yeah, so you want to go and do something in the council building, yeah, council office, they shut in the afternoon. They don't care. They got lunchtime. You chill until they're ready. That's lifestyle. That's about families all sitting at the table. Yeah, it's enjoying life, enjoying the present. Relax, live the way you're supposed to live. Yeah, weather is better, food is better, and to be quite frankly, people are more friendly. You know, because they're not so busy running around all the time, looking miserable. Yeah, so I want to be able to retire and do the things I always want to do, but at the same time impact other people by being able to provide them advice, counseling and guidance for free. For everything I know, I can help people, especially with diabetes, autoimmune. Those are conditions that are not being looked at the moment properly. Yeah, and if I can make a change to one person, that is all I need. Yeah, because that person will live a better life because of what I've done for them. Yeah, so my why, I have a picture of that. Where do I want to live? What does the house look like? What is my day going to look like? You know, I want to be able to get up without having an alarm clock. You know, all my life I had an alarm clock to get up because you've got to go to do big sessions with clients, or when I used to work, got to get up to take the train to go to work. Yeah, I want to be able to get up because my body clock is ready to get up in line with the circadian rhythm. I want to be able to get up and not be rushed. Oh my God, what I've got to do now? Chill. You know, have a nice breakfast with your husband, enjoy, go for a nice walk with the dog, and then get on with the day. Do what I need to do to, you know, to help other people. You know, establish this worldwide clinic to help everyone for free. Yeah, because it shouldn't be you can afford, you get it. No, that's wrong. If you want to get it, if you want to change your life, you should be able to have access to a system to help to change your life, not based on what you can afford. Yeah, so I want to make a change. I want to do that, and I've got a very clear vision of what is going to be doing, and every single day what I'm going to be doing. I'm very clear in picture. I know exactly what the house is going to look like. That's the feeling, you know. And sometimes when I'm driving around, especially with the nice weather we got in the UK at the moment, I'm driving around some country lanes to go, you know, to go to clients, and I'm pretending I'm in Italy, driving along the country lanes. And you know what? Straight away my breathing changes, because I mean, imagine driving the country lane and I'm retired and I'm traveling, going on a nice road trip. My God, it changes my mindset, my breathing changes, you know, and it's incredible how you can change your state just by visualizing things. So that's why your why has got to be attached to feeling what you're truly passionate about. You got to find what you're passionate about. Find the one thing that if money was no object, that's what your life will look like. That's how you want your life to be. Money is no object. This is how I want to live my life every single day. That's what is going to get me motivated, out of bed in the morning, passionate. It's going to make me feel satisfied. I've made a difference. That's your why. Get that in your head. Write it down. Picture whatever works for you. Get it in your head and start working on that. Yeah, so to summarize, guys, 10 things you can start doing immediately, yeah, to make a massive difference to your health, to your fitness, to your lifestyle. Number 1, personalized nutrition. Treat your food as a personal thing. Yeah, it's personalized, not what fits everybody else, because it doesn't work that way. Yeah, personalized to your goal, to your DNA, yeah, to your abilities, yeah, to your digestive issues, to your autoimmune issues you might have. It's got to be personalized. Personalized exercise, again, based on your goal, what you want to achieve, based on your ability level, beginners, intermediate, advanced, and also based on your any injuries you might have, any problems, you know, body restrictions you might have, osteoarthritis. Some people got hip replacement, knee replacements, you know, size, because if you're very big, you can expect to start barbell squatting. You know, somebody is, you know, 10 stones overweight, it's not going to happen. For them, walking is the beginning. Yeah, so personalized to you. Sleep. So number 3 is sleep. Sleep is paramount. Sleep in line with circadian rhythm. Yeah, quality of sleep, which again is personalized. 6 hours for me is perfect. 8 hours for me, I'm lethargic for the rest of the day. Find out where your sweet spot is, and you can only find out through testing. Yeah, stress level, control your external stress from work, from family, from environmental factor, and your internal stress from the food you're eating that causes inflammation. You can control all of this. Control it. And use breathing techniques, use relaxation ways, gym if you want to. That's my me time. Planning your me time so then you can unwind, and it helps you deal with the stressors that you go. And change what's stressing you. If you can change it, change it. Don't hang around hoping something will change, because no, it won't change. Yeah. Number 5, mindset. You gotta change your mindset. Stop thinking I want more. I haven't got enough. I haven't got enough. I want more. That's the wrong mindset. Yeah, you gotta start thinking, hi Shine, your mindset, think what you got now, be grateful for what you got now, because I can guarantee there's somebody out there who's gonna not have any of what you got, and they're struggling, and they're still happy in their life. We're not happy because you got this attitude of complaining, because we want more, and when you have more, we want more. It's never gonna be enough, so we complain all the time, and what you put out there is what you get back. If what you put out there is negative, I haven't got enough, you get back, I haven't got enough. The law of attraction, yeah, what you dwell on, what you think on, gets magnified. So start thinking about what you got. Be grateful for what you got today. You know, a roof on your head is a given for us, granted. Some people haven't got that. Food on your plate 3 times a day, that's a given. You go to Africa, they're lucky to get 1 meal a day. We got food no more than 5 minutes away from us. We eat 18, 20 hours a day, and we're still complaining. Oh, it doesn't taste nice. I can't have water, it doesn't taste of anything. Oh, for fuck's sake, get a grip. Remember what you've got. Be grateful you got raw water. You go to Africa, they go walk for miles to get water, which is full of parasite. It's black, it's brown. They drink that. You got nice, clear water, and you're complaining because it doesn't taste of anything? Really? Get a life, for God's sake. Live in the present. So mindset, put things in perspective. Be grateful for what you got now. Number 6, live in the present. It's all good having goals for the future, the best laid plans will not work if you're not living in the present, because the present is when you take the action to achieve those plans. Yeah, so anything from being aware of a behavior that causes a trigger. So as I said before, you sit down on a desk all day, you know, your brain gets tired. What do? You reach for food to boost you up, or coffee to boost you up. No, stop, get up, walk. Action, movement changes your mindset, gets rid of those bad behaviors, the triggers for your bad behaviors. But you cannot be aware of those triggers if you don't not living in the present. If you're too busy thinking about something else, you don't realize what's causing that trigger, and you cannot fix it. Eat slowly. That will help you to eat less, enjoy your food, help your body digest the food because you're actually chewing it properly, and lose weight. If weight loss is your thing, you just got to start eating slowly. That is one of the simplest tricks that you can do. Yeah, so live in the present so you can start taking the action that will make a difference for you in future. Yeah. 7, track your progress. As I said before, you don't track what you're doing, you don't know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, you cannot fix it. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge plus action is power. But if you haven't got the knowledge to begin with, what are you going to do? You're guessing. You know what happens? Yeah, when you guess, you get no results. You get it wrong. Yeah, if you assume, you know what assume, that's the same we used to have in financial service. When you assume, you make an ass of you and me. Never assume, never guess. Track, record, understand how your body is working, take the action needed to fix it. It's that simple. Track your food, track your activity, track your biometric parameters, because it's all well doing all the stuff outside, food and activity. If your lifestyle is affecting your body, is affecting your heart, is affecting your blood pressure, it's not going to work. Your health is going to go down the drain regardless. Yeah, track your progress. And also when you track your progress, you can see the difference it's making, you know, whether it's weight loss or whether it's wellness, it's health, whatever. Once you see the difference it makes, it motivates you to keep going. If you don't try, you don't know you're making a progress. And sometimes you're making a progress because there's more progress. You don't realize you're making a progress. You think you're failing, but actually you made the progress. But because you haven't tracked it, you don't know you made the progress. Yeah, so track everything. Number 8, set realistic goals. Yeah, I've already, you know, expanded on that before. The goals is going to be realistic for what you want to achieve. What you want to achieve itself, the goal, is it realistic? Is it something you can achieve? If you were a size 10 15 years ago, you ain't going to be a size 10 now. If you're size 16, it ain't going to happen. Yeah, realistic goal, and also realistic time scales. Again, it's taking you, 15 years to go from size 10 to size 16. It's not going to take 3 months to go back to a size 10 when you can't anyway. You got to be realistic. Set your goal so that they're realistic and achievable. Once you do that, you will achieve them. Once you achieve them, you strengthen your belief you can do it. You believe it, it happens again. It's that simple. It's nice little chain. But if you set yourself up for failure because your goals are too big or the time scales are too messed up, you don't achieve it, and then you strengthen your belief, you can't do it. Then you're going to fail again. And what happens? You stop acting. And then, yes, you fail because you stop taking the steps you need to change things. Yeah. Number 9, see failures as learning opportunities. We will fail. I guarantee you'll fail over and over and over and over and over. But if you keep going, boom, you will then get success. Failure is a learning opportunity. Look at what you did, produce the result of failing. So what you did, what can you change in what you did that will produce a result? Change one thing. Try again. Does it work? No, it doesn't work. Okay, go back. Change something else. Does it work? No. So over and over and over again. As I said, all the biggest revolution in our society were achieved when people refused to give up. They failed over and over and over again. Most importantly, they did not listen to the people around them who told them it cannot be done because of their belief. They didn't let other people's belief affect their reality. Because your reality is what you make it, not what other people make it. Ignore what people say. They will stay where they are. They will not achieve anything. That's their choice. They want to stay in the comfort zone? Fine, it's their choice. You want to achieve your dreams? You got to affect your reality and stop listening to other people. You know you can do it. Go back to the plan. Does it not work? Change it. Result. Change it. Result. Eventually it will work. But you got to keep going. because the moment you stop, you failed. You know, then you guarantee that you failed because you stopped trying. Yeah. And finally, number 10, very important, your why, your reason why you're doing that, your passion. It's got to have feeling attached to that. Yeah. Or ask yourself, if I do this, how is it going to change my life? How are things going to improve in my life? How I'm going to feel about it? You're going to have a vision of all the smallest details. Where you're going to live, how you're going to live, the environment you're going to be, the people you're going to be with, how you're going to feel about that. In minute details. You want to put in a vision board? Great. You want to write it down? Great. You want to have in your head? Well, if you have in your head and you don't write it down, you're going to make it real. Yeah. And the only way to make it real, if you don't write it down, is to every single day spend 5 minutes, sit down in a quiet environment and go through your vision of what you want your life to be. All the minute details, make it as vivid as you can every single day. Remember, your subconscious doesn't make a difference, doesn't know difference between real and vision, imagination. You do it there, it will then give you the belief that you can do it. Once you believe it, you can do it. It's all here. Yeah. But you've got to practice all the time, every single day, consistently. Yeah. And when challenges come your way, don't look as a way, oh, I can do it now. It's a challenge. Great. Let's find another way around it. That's all it is. Yeah. Brilliant. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. So 10 things you can do, very, very easy. Well, not easy. They're achievable. They can be done. They cost you nothing. But you need to start making them, implementing them today. And you got consistency is key, guys. You cannot do things for 2 or 3 months and expect life to change when you go back to what you were doing before. It's got to be all the time. Yeah. You make these changes, your health will improve drastically. Your lifestyle will improve drastically. Most importantly, this will improve. Yeah, because once you get used to look for the good things rather than the bad things, your whole life changes. Your whole perspective changes. Your vibrations change. And people will notice that, because they will notice you're confident. You believe in yourself, you're confident, you feel nothing can stop you. And when you feel nothing can stop you, nothing can stop you, for real. Because you take the action you need to get where you want to be. Yeah. Great. So you found this helpful, guys. Please share with anyone you think will get benefit from that. I've seen a few of you guys who have got Rudy, I've got Aljao, I've got Garang, I've got Shai, Sabrina. If I haven't mentioned you, I can't see you on the screen. Just thank you for listening to me. I've been going on forever and more, more than I was expecting to do. But hopefully you find it helpful, and if you find it helpful, start implementing. It'd be great actually for you to comment. Once you implement it, to put comments and see how that's changed things for you. Yeah, it'd be great, to find out how that's helping you guys. And if you got any questions on any other tips on how to do it, or if you get stuck on anything, guys, I'm on Facebook. You can message me. Yeah, I'm only a message away. And as I say, I'm quite happy about sharing what I know. Yeah, I can go on for tangents sometimes, so bear with me, because I get so passionate about this that I can go off on a tangent. But if you want any help, specific to you, message me privately. Yeah, and we connect and I can help you. Yeah, because at the end of the day, knowledge is good. Action with knowledge gives you power. But when you've got this power to make a difference, what's ultimate power is making a difference to other people. Now that is where the Holy Grail is. And that's what we're trying to do here. Myself and all my business partners, World Global Network. Great. Have a great day. Have a great weekend as well, coming around the corner. And live well, live healthy, live actively. Bye, everyone.